As soon as I start to figure out one thing, something, or someone changes and makes me question everything.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene. So you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
That was good.
Thanks, buddy. I think I'm gonna every other episode, I'm gonna just take a minute and try and up my acting chops.
Yeah, that was good. I was like, Oscar moment.
Yeah, you believe it?
I did. I was like, yeah, this could be from your movie.
Great. Thanks, buddy.
Whatever that is.
TBD. TBD's the title. Total Bad Decisions, starring the guy from Jackass, whatever his name is.
Ryan Dunn?
Nope. I was thinking of the alive one. Johnny Knoxville?
They all should have been dead like 5 movies ago. So.
Right. Yeah. How many times can you punch your dad on the toilet and not die?
You only get so many chances. Okay. All right.
You only get so many chances.
All right.
What are we going to talk about?
Yes. Good start. Let's get serious. All right. We're being serious now. Yeah. So we're here. New movie. This is our second movie of the month of love of February for Valentine's Day. So
that's right.
Snuggle up and listen to us.
Yeah. Find your sweetheart, listeners, and or
be alone.
Snuggle up with yourself. Yeah. Who cares?
Get some chocolates, get some whatever you want, and listen to us. Listen to our sweet voices. We love you.
Yeah. We'll send you something in the mail, like I have been saying for episodes now. So it's almost like a Valentine. If you send us an email with
you have to show the love to us first before we're not just giving you.
That's right. We reciprocate though.
All right, so we're doing a new movie, and that means it's trailer trash time. So I don't know. Why don't you just tell us what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Well, so new movie, not a new franchise for the pod. We're talking about Kissing Booth 2.
Kissing Booth Deuce.
It's not the Kissing Booth, right? Just Kissing Booth.
Yeah, no, it's just Kissing Booth 2.
Good.
Again.
So I truly do not remember what happened in the first one. I realized that as I was watching the trailer, I was like, okay, now it's starting to come back to me.
Yeah, it all flooded back to me, and I was like, okay, I remember what happened.
But in case our listeners don't know, I won't tell you. You're just going to get the description for this one. So it'll flood right back to you too.
Yeah. Or go back and listen to our episodes for the Kissing Booth.
That's right. That's what I meant to say.
Got you covered.
So in the sequel to 2018's Kissing Booth, The Kissing Booth.
Oh, shit, it is. Oh, yeah, now it's just Kissing Booth 2.
First one? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay.
High school senior Elle juggles a long-distance relationship with her dreamy boyfriend, Noah, with college applications and a new friendship with a handsome classmate that could change everything. Way to tell me he's handsome. That way...
Classic.
That way we know it's important.
Or just a friendship with a classmate. Who gives a shit? Oh, handsome.
Oh, well, this could be trouble.
Yikes. We know Elle. She falls for those handsome classmates.
She has been known to fall for handsome classmates.
Breaking rules, falling for handsome brothers.
I think that was in the first trailer.
Was the first one. Having a feeling this is going to be the same, but different. Okay, cool. That's not exciting at all. So before we get to turn down a trailer, what do you have do we have fan service?
We do have fan service. Speaking of showing us a little love and mailing somebody something. Longtime ITMT listener, my sister. The listeners know, astute listeners know.
Yeah. Family has to click buttons too.
Yes, exactly. And some people's family doesn't click. Has your sister listened?
TBD.
That's right. So Elizabeth's listened to almost all of our episodes.
Total bad decision. Don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks Elizabeth for listening, and thanks for sending us this email, which I don't know how thankful I'm going to be here. Her subject line, all caps, send me stuff, because I did promise that.
we never, there was no restrictions on what you sent.
No, we explicitly said there are no restrictions on what you said.
So yeah, you could yell at us in the subject line.
So she continues, no greeting, by the way.
It's totally fair.
This is called a bare minimum email. Okay.
It should end right there.
Yeah, it should end right there.
I just want to throw that out. We got yelled at in the subject line, but I want to call out bare minimum email. It's already over.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us know.
Bare minimum email, she doesn't even actually have to put anything in the body of the email, just the subject line, because you can still send. So that's technically a bare minimum email. But
yeah, and I know her address already, so she didn't need to.
It's not like us to slice butt hairs here, but
right. Well, I've sliced the butt hair too in my day.
I'd say it's what we do best.
Some would say. She goes on. Speaking of slicing butt hairs, she continues. Alien Resurrection was used by Russ in a Hollywood pitch already for Breach. Now time to send me something. Best Elizabeth. So she's pointing out a flaw.
I don't remember what the question was.
There was no question.
Oh.
I think she was just pointing out that we reused the Hollywood pitch. Well, you specifically.
Oh, I reused Alien Resurrection. What was the other one I used it for? I remember using it for Breach, but what was the second movie I used it for?
I don't know. I mean, she sent this to me.
Oh, you know what it was? It wasn't that it was a second use. It was that we were talking about Alien Resurrection, and I said, didn't I use that, or one of us use that for a Hollywood pitch?
That's right. And you said, if you feel like going and digging through and finding out, and
look at us. We got memories. We remember shit. Yeah.
Well, we didn't. We didn't really. We remembered that it happened, possibly.
Right.
And thankfully, Elizabeth went out and confirmed it did happen.
Did the legwork. That's called crowdsourcing.
That's right.
And now we know.
Now we know. Yeah, Breach. That makes perfect sense for that one.
100%. 100%.
So, Elizabeth, I was going to say your stuff of Send Me Stuff fame is on the way. But as we record this, I'm going to see you next week for your wedding. Shout out, happy wedding, happy pre-wedding.
And bring an extra piece of merch from me as a wedding gift.
Will do, pal.
Yeah. How about you stick it on the DJ's, laptop or something, or put it in the middle of the dance floor. Take the one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
Do they give you deposits back? That's not our problem.
That's not our problem. It goes wherever it wants.
Huh. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Not that there's not that people in listener land would know.
Yeah, no,
it is.
I don't know.
think we've been fairly coy so far about what we're sending people.
It's true. But we did bleep it out. This piece of merch could go anywhere. So
goes with anything.
Like wedding days. What are we doing?
I don't know, but we finished the email. So if you also want to send us an email, we'll also send you stuff like Elizabeth. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. You know the drill.
If you want us to DJ your wedding, we will do that.
That's right. I do have 2 to 3 years of semi-professional DJ experience.
I was a radio DJ for a solid 2 years in college. So
perfect. And I was a wedding DJ for 2 years in college. So
come on.
Well, high school, it doesn't matter.
DJ ITMT.
Yeah, perfect.
Done.
Nailed it.
We're just expanding our empire one episode at a time.
It's all under the umbrella.
The
corporation. Umbrella Corporation.
Yes.
We're offshoot of that zombie company. Unrelated.
All right, so that's good.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving. I feel good about this. I feel I'm good, right? I feel good.
Yep.
Only a couple things I have to cut out of this already, which I feel good about. That's great.
Yeah, look good, feel good.
Yeah, we mentioned someone who's dead. We got to cut that out. And
do we? He's dead.
No. We'll see. We'll
Again,
find out.
cares? Yeah.
We'll see how I feel come next Monday.
Yeah. How generous are you feeling to?
What kind of mood I'm in Monday morning? So
yeah, the more we say it, the more less likely you are to edit it. So
it's true, because then I got to track all of this and remember if I. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. See what you're doing now.
All right. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So. It's a Netflix movie, so this thing just comes in fast and kissing booth. Mm-hmm. We get our friend
famous FBI ops fast and kissing booth,
and we come in hot with just the stage, basically the kissing booth stage from. It's definitely from this movie, but we get Lee, right, the best friend from the first movie, but pretty much telling us it's kissing booth 2, but saying kissing booth
yes.
Again.
Like, the kissing booth is open for business. Again.
It feels like it's already a poke at the audience being like, it's going to be the same movie.
Already not happy about it.
And then we cut to our hero, Elle.
Wow. Heroes a little.
Questionable, debatable.
Firemen are heroes, Russ.
Yeah. High school girls who can't navigate their love life, not
heroes to some. Yes. Heroes to some.
So she's lined up for the kissing booth. She's blindfolded. She pulls up her blindfold. She's nervous, and we get her best bud there in the world, Lee, looking on with his girlfriend from the first movie. Not sure if you caught that. She's still around.
I did not.
And she's going to remove the blindfold, and we get a little freeze frame for voiceover from Elle. Guessing you might have some questions. Let me bring you up to speed.
Yeah. I do. There's something to appreciate about being spoon fed exactly what's going to happen, right? Like,
yeah, you don't have to think.
Yeah. This is the kind of movie that
Yo,
You can just shut it down, be real dumb for a couple hours, and have a good time.
Yeah.
Wait, how long is this one?
I don't know. No. I don't know.
What have we done?
So she's got the voiceover, which again, this is like our third or fourth movie straight where the movie starts with voiceover and it just disappears. So I think we're gonna run into the same thing. I think this happened in the first movie too, where she was voiceovering in the beginning and then just went away.
It did. Yep. Wait, before we go on, bad news, buddy.
Oh no. Bad news bears what?
Double bad news, actually. It is the Kissing Booth 2. I know. Not the biggest deal in the world. More importantly, though, this movie is 2 hours and 11 minutes long.
Get the
How? Why? Why would they do that?
What could they possibly?
I don't know.
This should be an hour and 25 minutes.
I don't want this.
2 hours and 11 minutes of this?
Yeah.
You've already ruined this before we even got there.
I know. I'm sorry. It was relevant to what we were talking about. So.
We're 5 seconds into the trailer, and I'm already depressed.
I mean, when we get to the third one, at least that's just under 2 hours. So we're
just under 2
in a better
hours.
Place. It's about as long as the first one. Yeah.
These are stupid kids making stupid decisions. That should only take you like a minute.
I know.
Okay. Well, so she's like, hey, I'm going to bring you, she voices over. She's going to bring us up to speed, which we get a little freeze frame. And then we get then we get a quick like rewind moment. Now, do you think this was like scenes from the Kissing Booth again? Or do you think this was scenes from the first movie? I think it's the second one.
I think it's from the second one.
Yeah, because there's a shot of a scene that we see in the trailer later on. So I think it's just like this movie kind of quickly.
Yeah, I think it's before we get to the stage, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
As is tradition.
Yeah. So then we get a rewind, and so that means in that scene where we open up with, that's probably the end of it. So whoever she's standing next to, which thank God they made the other love interest at least 7 feet tall as well, because the person's shoulders is at her head. So
yeah, money on Marco probably, but
I'm putting money on Noah. But prognostications later.
Yeah, you're right. We'll get there.
I'm sticking with it. And then we get Netflix logo raising their prices. So maybe we won't see this movie. Who knows? Maybe you're only going to get this just trailer trash, and then
that's fairly possible. A lot can happen between now and Saturday.
Everyone's raising their prices, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, and then we get a voiceover again from her, recap about how when school ended, her and Noah spent the whole summer together, which was the end of the first movie. We got shots of them doing couple things, eating ice cream, walking in California, riding motorcycles.
Yeah, but now he's going off to Harvard and
on a merry-go-round, playing strip Monopoly. I think there was like some money dancing thing going on. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, and then this is when we cut back to, you know, he's off at Harvard and I've got my senior year, and she's having lunch with the Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, I forgot. Did you remember? Did you catch or remember what they're
the OMG girls? I don't remember what OMG stands for, but
something Meganne's, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so they're sitting around and they're already apologizing. So sorry about Noah. Like, you know, things didn't work out. Like, just there's so many hot girls at college at Harvard. So many hot experienced girls at Harvard. Like, there's no way you
hot, smart, and experience. And while they're saying this, there's like intercuts of like this runway model girl playing pool and being good at pool.
Yep.
Okay. And then there's some shots of like someone doing some Facebook stalking, it looks like, or whatever social media network they're on. Also, Noah and this girl at a bar. They're freshmen in college, but hey, you know, I never did the fake ID thing. Did you?
No, didn't bother.
Yeah, me neither.
Seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Made alcohol in my closet instead.
Like a true New Hampshireite.
Real easy. Just, you know, put a bunch of sugar in a jug with some water and a little bit of baking yeast and throw a balloon on top, put some holes in the balloon, let it sit for a month, and Bob's your uncle. You got some kind of toilet wine there.
I look at it now. It's like I home brew, and I'm like, man, what a dummy. I could have bottled this stuff.
Yeah.
No problem. Just made beer back in high school.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured things out.
Drinking is bad, especially when you're underage.
That's right.
Especially then.
Unless you're European, then it's okay.
Well, then you're not underage.
For us.
Right.
Here.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Respect the laws in your country and drink responsibly.
Yes. But if you're going to do it.
Yeah. Maybe bleep out a couple of parts in the recipe there too.
Like don't waste the money on a fake ID. Buy the supplies and make something.
Right.
Be creative. Actually, don't do any of that.
Just fellow kids.
Just stay in school. God damn it.
Yeah, stay in school. Don't or not if you don't like school, whatever you want.
No. I think we're doing this all wrong.
School's not for everyone.
Just be yourself, whatever that turns into.
Should be your most authentic self. That's what we want.
Unless it's bad for other people, then don't be yourself.
Right. Yes.
Fuck. How do we end this? How do we stop this?
I don't know. This is the problem with having listeners. You have to tell right, listeners, you're the problem here. Thank you.
So then we get the OMG girls here. They talk about zip codes, how you're in different zip codes. That's just automatic breakup, right?
Yep.
And then we get intercut of Elle doing some Facebook stalking, checking out who's tagging who in all of his photos.
Whoa.
That is a slippery slope. Also another lesson, kids, don't do that.
Yeah, don't be on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's a life lesson.
Yeah, problem solved. For any of them, really. Stay
avoid social media. You'll be healthier.
Unless you're following ITMT, then just follow and like our posts. Damn it.
That's right. Unless you're following us on Instagram or
Twitter.
Well,
there's no winning, is there?
No.
An envoy, Ella voiceover. She's wrapping it up finally. Sometimes I hate high school. I think you're fine. You're fine. Like
sometimes it's every day.
And then we cut to a quick shot of the new guy on campus, Marco.
Yeah, some new hottie over there.
And then we get the exposition girls, the OMG girls, basically talking about how luscious he is and kind of filling us all in on the 411 about Marco. We get a shot of him taking off his shirt because
it's that kind of movie.
Yep, it's that kind of movie. Mm-hmm. And then we get a shot of Elle talking to her friends Lee and the girlfriend who I can't remember her name at the lockers and doing the old.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and she's doing the old embarrassing, talking about someone who walks up behind them kind of trick.
Yep. Oh, well, the OMG girls say Marco's a real snack, and he's like, "Nice to meet you. I'm a little hungry. Gonna go get myself a snack."
The way he says it,
irritating. I don't like him. I don't want to be friends with him.
I don't want to pick on high school kids, but I will.
He's probably in his 30s in real life. He seems like a real jerk.
And then we get our first title card, a Netflix film.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then we cut to we get to the first problem here with this whole situation. We get Elle and Lee walking around school, and then we get the snapshot photo of them being goofy and them talking about how the two of them dreamed of going to Berkeley, California there, not Berkeley.
Oh, I thought they said Burbank, like UC Burbank. Is that a thing?
I feel like there's a UC everywhere over there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they said Burbank. Is it Berkeley?
I was pretty sure. Yeah, it's Berkeley, but
okay.
Let's go with Burbank. Whatever. Whatever.
It's more fun this way. We'll correct it in the movie.
Yeah, and people are like, "There's no UC Burbank." Great. You know what? Email us and correct us.
Yeah, it's called the School of Life.
Yeah. Otherwise, shut up.
You go to learn hard skills in Burbank.
And they want to go there because that's where their moms went to school and became besties.
Right. Elle's ex-dead mother there, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And
Lee's alive mom, I think, right?
Yes, right. Molly Ringwald, played by Molly Ringwald.
Right. That's right. Molly Ringwald.
Not his not ex-dead mom.
Right. Well, maybe ex. We'll find out.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
Prognostications.
Also, maybe one of the worst reasons to pick a school. I don't know.
Yes, definitely. Well, we always said we'd go there, so let's do that.
Yeah, because our moms went there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Because our moms went there. Because our moms met there.
So then we get a quick shot of mom's photo from the first movie, and then Molly Ringwald, she pops in. You're gonna love it there.
Yep.
Then we get more Zoom calls before Zoom calls were a thing, and Noah's being like,
this is right around when Zoom calls are a thing, when they're cutting the trailer together, probably. So the trailer came out in July 2020. The movie came out July 2020. Like the trailer came out like a month or so before. We're at full on pandemic at this point.
It would have been, but it came out in July 2020.
Yeah. The movie came out in July 2020. So the trailer, probably a few months before, maybe.
Yeah, but they probably filmed the whole thing.
Oh yeah, definitely
before that. So
or something. Yeah. Okay. But at this point, it's like weird.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Who knew you could do video calls even when there's not a pandemic?
Yeah. Who knew there'd be no kids in high school pretty quick. Whoops. Yeah. Well, you can just watch this movie and it'll remind them.
So then we get, Zoom calls and we get Noah being like FaceTimes, what do you want to call it? And Noah's like, hey, you should come to Boston and go to school with me. And I love how it's just like everyone makes it seem like it's that easy just to go wherever you want. Like, yeah, just go to Boston, go to Harvard.
It is kind of easy to go wherever you want
if you've got money,
location wise. And then if you have money, right? Yes, exactly. And you definitely still have to at least some degree of getting into some school.
But these kids all seem like they have so much money. It doesn't matter if they're idiots. They'd still get they could pay their way into Harvard. So
that's probably true too. Yeah, that was a plot point in the first movie.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were like, no, Noah's smart.
Yeah. He's not just a good-looking jock.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, smarty pants over there. So then
we get another voiceover. So voiceover is still continuing from Elle. She's like, "This is definitely a problem." Woo.
Yeah, and then this is when it transitions into the plot of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of forget about the college thing for a minute, and then they're back to needing to raise funds for their shitty club, I guess, again.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise, doing another kissing booth because it worked the first time. So
yeah,
let's do it again.
It was a hit.
And this time, all we need is to get Marco, and then everyone else will fall in. Like I think that was an actual movie, line from the first movie, right?
Yes. Yep.
All we need is Noah, and everyone else will fall in line.
Yep. 2 hours and 11 minutes of the same movie.
The first one was only an hour and 45. So, that one's in the middle, and then they had to wrap it in like 10 minutes of original content. Right?
Yeah, no,
on either end.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so they get this plan again, do the same thing. And then we've got quick shots as they're doing this planning thing. We get quick shots just to show how cool Marco is, right? A classroom cheering him on for something. And then we get a group shot of like everyone from the first movie, like all the side characters staring at something. Who cares? And then you get the same setup and interaction from the first movie where Lee and Ella are talking to Marco and being like, hey, want to be in our kissing booth? And he's like, nope.
No.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be, as we said in the first movie, he doesn't want to be treated like a piece of meat just to be used,
Exactly. Yeah. And then I don't know. So while they're asking him, they're doing a weird hand motion for kissing, which I don't care for. Yeah, I don't like that. Like sock puppets. Like, yeah, listeners, you can't see our hands. We're doing it. Yeah, it's awful. And then follows us up on Elle's side with a question. Well, don't you believe in charity? And Marco, being the Noah character that he is, like, well, I'm standing here talking to you, aren't I?
Total Noah move.
Ugh. And Lee's like, haha, sick burn. Like, wait, goddamn.
Damn you, Lee. And then we get a title card this July. And then we cue the moody indie music now. Because now we're going to get introspective. And then we get another Zoom call here. Elle telling Noah she sent applications to, you ready? She sent applications to Tufts, BC, it's Boston College, and Harvard.
Good luck with that. Like, why wouldn't you apply to any other school in the area? Like, apply to like UMass Boston also, just in case.
Just in case. You can still be in the area.
Right. So many other options. Like, oh no, I think I'm going to apply to 3 of the more difficult schools to get into in the area. Why not?
And then we cut to the sweet Mustang and Lee opening up the trunk to find the Dummy's Guide to Applying to Harvard University.
Yeah, it's literally a magazine that gets called How to Apply to Harvard.
To Wicked Smart School, Harvard, yeah. First tip, you don't.
To which he replies, what the hell?
What the hell? What is this even? I don't even know what these words are. Then we get a new title card. Rules can be broken. Then we're back into the upbeat.
Which I think was a title card in the first one.
Yes,
trailer also, was it? Like, is the trailer the same too?
And then we cut to we're in Beantown. We're in our neighborhood.
Backyard.
Our backyard. And she's here hanging out, and we got Noah picking her up at the airport. That we'll probably have some nitpicks about this whole sequence.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I remember the first time I went to Logan with a cardboard sign that said, I miss you more.
Yeah. It's more like you're getting angry texts or something like, I'm waiting out front right now before I get the cops coming to tell me to move.
Which front?
Terminal B or C? Which one?
Yeah, I'm in the Uber line. How did I get in the Uber line?
Oh my God. I'm the car at the very end in the emergency lane. Just come out here, run it. And then they got shots of them doing East Coast couple stuff, walking on the Charles River, sticking
smashing
ice cream
cupcakes in faces. Yeah.
Cupcakes.
Or whatever. Yeah. Who cares? Some kind of dessert.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It's actually a big pile of sour cream. Oh, like it's a loaded baked potato.
Oh, gotcha. Missed you. And then we got a voiceover from, at first, like, I was like, who is this random older dude voiceover? And I was like, you know what? It's her dad.
I missed that.
You missed it? Oh, there was like a random.
I guess. I don't know.
There was a random, like, I
didn't write it down.
Yeah, it was like a random voiceover in the middle. Oh, so after this whole Boston little thing here, montage, she's like, I love this city. And he's like, I love this girl. And then we get
which rude.
Yeah, but then like right at the same time we get like this voiceover from like a random older guy, and I was like, oh, it's her father. And he's like, you have to ask yourself if it's worth changing all your plans for him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's when they do like the Pacific Park Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And we're back back in Burbank.
The other coast. And then we have Marco expressing his, you think Noah and we're meant to be together? And she's like, I always thought we would be, or we were, whatever.
Terrible. So then we get our next title card. I hate that they space these out so much because you really lose what it what it all means together when they're this far apart. Like there were 3 scenes in between, and then it's like, but so can hearts. Oh,
wait. Oh yeah, broken. Right.
Rules. Right. Broken. Rules. Yeah. Okay. But
so can hearts. Like what? Fail? Have disease?
Sure. I love playing hearts. It's a great game.
And then we cut to Noah kind of in the doghouse. He's apologizing for something.
Seemingly justifiably, because he went out and left his phone at home. Hey, and she's like, oh, who are you with?
Right. Mistakes happen. But then he
says, some of the guys.
Now, which your guy is...
It's that hot chick from earlier that you were macking on.
And he's with the supermodel from the beginning of the trailer who goes to Harvard, who's experienced playing pool and whatnot. I
want to say Tyra Banks, but
no, what? No, no, like not even close, and 2 like off by like 20 years. Yeah. So yeah, he, there's gonna be he's gonna get caught in something, and then we cut to them talking over the phone, and he's like, all I'm asking is you trust me.
Yeah. Which, come on,
you can't. You can't trust him.
You can't.
You can't. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I saw the first movie.
You can't.
He's into shenanigans of some kind.
And we cut to her crying on the phone, and then there's like this another kind of like mashup montage of cuts again, where it's like her crying, and then her and Lee doing nothing. Then there's a concert where 2 people are dancing by fire, and then Marco playing the guitar because of course he does.
Right.
And then he's got a voiceover. If I found someone smart, funny, and liked the same stuff I'd liked, I'd hold on to them.
Yeah. Thanks, Marco.
Thanks, bud.
Piece of shit.
Trying to steal another guy's girl while he's on the other coast, huh?
Yeah. I don't need you, Marco.
We see where this is going, Marco. And then we get, I think, a shot from the first movie. It's her on the motorcycle there.
Yep. Yeah. Well, this time she's riding it correctly. So I think it's... Maybe it's a cut from this movie. Might be.
And we get shots of a high school football game, homecoming probably, and we get Marco and Noah showing off, a little face off, a little.
Yeah. Why did he come back to high school?
Yeah. Just drops in to visit, probably.
I guess so. I guess if it's home, maybe it is real. Maybe it's homecoming. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Right. And then we get more voiceover from Elle.
Do people know what that is outside the United States? I mean, most of our listeners are United States people, but like, do you do that in your countries also? Send us an email. Like, do you go graduate high school and then come back again? But it's all like, is that an American thing?
I don't know.
I wonder. We like to use the podcast as a way to learn.
This is true.
So tell us, do you also have that?
Inform us, or we'll make our own assumptions.
Yeah, because I know ours is dumb.
Yes.
Is yours too?
Equally is dumb. And do you participate? Do you all go back to like a homecoming for like the big soccer game, right? Because that's probably what it'd be, right?
Corn?
Is that a thing at your homecoming?
No, I don't know. Just assuming is it somebody in the Midwest or here we go, making assumptions again.
Fact until someone tells us otherwise.
Anyway.
So hopefully Marco and Noah fight. That's what I'm hoping for, but that's prognostication. I'll save that for later.
Yeah, definitely.
And then this is where we get the voiceover from your opening quote here. As soon as I start to figure out one thing, we get quick cuts of her and Marco doing flirty things, spraying each other with water bottles because she continues, something or someone changes and makes me question everything. And then at the same time she's doing all this, we get cuts of Lee confronting her with like how to apply to Harvard for Dummies application guide.
Hey, I can't read this, but it looks bad.
Pictures on here look like Boston. And then her and Marco getting a little, chummy. And then her walking out on Noah crying out of his dorm in Harvard. Mm-hmm. So that means some shit went down.
Yeah.
Crying girl walking out of a shirtless guy's dorm room. That's not a good look.
When you put it that way, I guess you're right.
And then we get the last voiceover. Oh boy.
Yeah. Which the way I like all my movies to start and end.
Which sums up everything just that happened. Yep. And then we get the title card. Kissing Booth 2. So that's it. That's the trailer.
That's it. That's the trailer, yeah.
For the Booth 2.
I can't wait.
Actually, that's another movie. No, for the Kissing Booth.
Yeah, can we watch that instead?
Good. That movie's pretty bad. I didn't really like that one.
I didn't see it.
It's the one where Keith or Sutherland's stuck in like a phone booth for like a bunch of hours and there's some sniper telling him if he leaves, he's going to shoot him. It's pretty stupid.
Oh, isn't that called Phone Booth?
Oh, yeah, I was shortening it up. It's the European version. It's just called Booth.
Right.
You don't know if they have Homecoming, so how do you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're totally right. Yeah, the German version was called like
Das Booth.
Was called like Colin Farrell gets killed at the end or something.
Der Sniper dies.
Yeah, I think that's one of Tice's favorite movies, actually.
Really?
She's a big phone booth person.
Yeah, they could have just pulled a big truck in front of the phone booth and that would have been the end of it. All right, so problem solved. All right, so I think that's it. Are we gonna prognosticate all over this episode?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a hard left here. I think Elle is not actually the main character. I think we're getting bait and switch. I think this movie turns into a movie about Lee and his not dead mom, not to be confused with Elle's undead mom, who I think comes back to life in this movie, right?
Oh wow, you're going
as
all
a
in.
Zombie. Yep.
Okay.
And then Marco is actually the necromancer who has raised Elle's mother and at the same time fallen in love with Lee's mother, Lee and Noah's mom, right?
Okay.
They're the same mom.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I think at the end, it's Marco at the kissing booth, but he's in like full necromancer form at that point. Like he looks like an old wizard, right?
Yeah.
Like an old monster wizard.
Yep.
And that's why she's like, oh, I got a little in over my head here.
Let me catch you up to speed.
Right, exactly. And she's narrating the whole movie because she's not really a character.
At any point during this, does Lee learn how to read or no?
No.
Okay.
No, Lee's not really a main character either. This is about Marco and the mothers.
Okay. All right. Das Kissing Booth. Okay.
Yeah, Marco and the moms.
Marco and the moms. Okay.
Alt title.
You jumped into the Pacific on that one. Okay.
Do you think that's not what happens?
No, I don't think what I have is, mine was pretty boring. I think she's going to end up with Noah at the end. That's it again. So.
Yeah. There is the Kissing Booth 3, so presumably I think they do not end up together in this one because they make their way back together in the next one.
In the trilogy to close it all out, right?
Right.
The trilogy of trilogies, right? This is
exactly. This is their empire.
Yeah.
Things start to go a little bad.
Yeah. Does Lee lose a hand maybe or something? He closes in the trunk. He's like, I can't read.
Marco cuts it off.
Yeah.
Marco's his dad.
And he's in like a 17 again situation. So it's actually Lee's dad stuck in Marco's body, and
the necromancer, right? Yep.
And he tries a necromancer, and he tells him like, "No, Lee, I am your father."
Mm-hmm. And didn't Lee's dad have a thing with Elle's mom at one point? I think that was like alluded to in the first movie, maybe. So maybe
I think so.
Ipso facto, when he's in the necromancer's body, he tries to bring back
the dead mom, the late dead ex-mom. So, yeah.
You're just making it make more sense for me here.
There's nothing I can do to no.
I talk me out of that one.
No, I think that's it.
God, I hope and I wish and I pray with all my heart.
If anyone out there wants to make that movie,
yeah, I'll watch it. Probably won't even be able to do it on the podcast.
And it only needs to be an hour and a half.
That'd be too good.
Yeah, movie at least 40%.
Yeah, that you could be hour and 15 maybe. Let's call it almost a short.
Let's make it feel legit. Like, we're gonna take $15 from someone. Let's give an hour and a half a good time.
Okay.
All right, that's good. I'm on
it's
board
the ITMT
with
promise. Give us a few hours and we'll give you a good time.
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, so let's shut it down then.
All right. We're shutting this kissing booth down.
Yeah, let's go watch the movie.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week with the full breakdown of Kissing Booth 2. Yikes. Somebody's sweating.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, though, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That or ITMT Pod on Twitter. And you should subscribe to us or follow us on whatever platform you listen to us.
While you're there subscribing, you can also be reviewing because, ABR, always be reviewing. Especially
right now.
Especially on Apple and Spotify. We really, really appreciate those. Make a big difference for helping other people discover the ITMT magic, right? Isn't that what we all want?
Yeah.
At least us. Yeah. And you could also send us an email. That's even less work than writing a review if you want. We'll send you something like we'll send Elizabeth. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you can go to our website, it's thismeetsthat.com, and get the whole back catalog. Listen to all the old episodes, refresh your memory on all the in-jokes, try and remember when we used Alien Resurrection as a Hollywood pitch, etc. It's all
fun
there.
stuff. Those are fun Easter eggs. Go do it.
Someday we'll have eggs.
Someday it'll be Easter. And
that's right.
Things will have risen again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.